Sometimes it's true that in order to make money, you have to spend a little bit of money. And selling on Amazon is one of those cases. That's why today I want to walk you through exactly what pieces of software are super important that you're going to want to invest in order to become a successful Amazon seller.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with ProfitGuru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at ProfitGuru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
Before we get into it, take 1 second right now and go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss one of our videos. Also, if I have any coupons that I can offer you for any of the software that I'm about to show you, I will put it in the description below. So I'm just going to click on any listing to start showing you when I'm in a listing what I start using for software to start thinking about if it's a good product that I should purchase. Now, the first thing that I want to show you is a software that I initially didn't think as a new seller that I needed to invest money on, because if I don't have to spend money on something, I don't want to. But I learned that this is actually something that you're probably going to overlook if you're a new seller, but it's actually really important. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to type in a brand here, which is called Piggy Paint. Next, I'm going to click on the listing. Notice that as soon as the listing pops up, I have this IP alert that also pops up with it. Now, this is really important that one of the first softwares that you should think about investing money in is an IP alert software. The reason why is because IP alerts can really affect your health on your Amazon account. And if your health isn't good, Amazon can close your account down. And what I'm finding is literally every day, more brands are issuing IP complaints. And what this is going to do for you, if you're not knowing first that a brand is probably going to give you an IP complaint, you're going to waste a ton of time and a ton of money. Now, this actually happened to me with this paint, and this is what made me say, okay, I need to get some IP alert software. I had purchased probably at least over a dozen of these piggy paints because I saw that I could flip them for a profit. So I ordered the products, they came in, I listed them, I prepped them, I sent them to the warehouse, paid the shipping fee, and then guess what? The brand came at me first in an email and said, you are not the rights owner of this product and you don't have the right to sell it on Amazon. Please get rid of your inventory and do not sell anymore, or else we are going to issue IP violation. So now what that meant for me is I had to go into my Seller Central account and put a removal order in for all of these products. So that meant I had to pay even more money for Amazon to pick them back up off the shelf and ship back to me. And now I'm stuck with all of these piggy paint that I have nothing that I can do with them. So one of the first things you're probably going to want to do is get some IP alert software so that if a brand is going to issue a complaint, you're going to know about it before you waste your money on buying the products. A lot of people get confused and they're like, well, Amazon approved me, they ungated me and said I could sell this item. Just because Amazon says that you're ungated, that doesn't mean that the brand themselves gives you permission to sell their products. So there's a big difference there. A lot of people think that just because Amazon ungates them, they're good to sell. That's not the case. If the brand doesn't want you to sell, even though Amazon said you could, the brand's going to come at you and shut it down. The next piece of software that you'll see that I use here is called the AMZ Online Arbitrage Multitool. And this one is actually a free one. Now, what this does for me is similar to what the Seller Amp software does. But the difference is Seller Amp costs about $18 a month to have, and this tool is completely free. So the reason why I love this so much is because as soon as I click on any listing, I'm going to get a ton of information. I have the ACE in here. I can see if it's hazmat. I can see the number of sellers, both FBA, FBM. It even shows me if Amazon is on the listing. Then down here, I can do my calculations to see if it would bring me back a profit. So say I was sourcing this for $3.99, I would hit calculate and then I could see my ROI and my net profit. So it makes it really easy to have everything just in one place, and it's completely free. You're just going to go to Google and type in the AMZ Online Arbitrage Multitool Google extension. That's all you have to do to get this. Down here, it's awesome too because it shows you any limitations to sell. What that means is if you are gated in this item, it's going to come up in red right here and tell you that you need to request approval to sell in which case you would just click the Seller Central button and send in the application to see if you get auto-ungated. Now, if I scroll down a little further, here's the next piece of software that you're definitely going to want to have. And this right here is Keepa, but it's the free Keepa. If I don't have to pay for something, I don't pay for it. So Keepa costs around $20 a month, and it's a great piece of software. But personally, the reason why I use this is because of the variations tab. So again, this is completely free. I just go to Google and put Keepa Chrome extension, and this pops up. A lot of listings have different variations. So when you're sourcing the product, how do you know if you should buy the green or the pink or, which one is selling the best? Well, that's what this piece of software does for you. If you click on the variations tab right here, it's going to show you which ones are selling the best. So you'll want to look right here where it says ratings. And out of all of the reviews, the ratings that the customers have given, this pink shade right here, this neon, has received less than 1% of the ratings, telling me that it's not probably selling a lot as much as the other variations. So I'm going to look through and I'm going to find the trophy. And there it is. So that tells me that this shade right here, Forever Fancy, if this brand didn't issue IP complaints and I could source it to make a profit, that would be the shade, the color that I would want to go with, because they are receiving the most ratings back, meaning that they're probably getting the most sales. Next, what I do at that point is I'm going to come over and grab the ASIN for this specific shade right here. So I'm going to copy that, and now I'm going to want to see better how many units this is selling per month. So the next piece of software that I'm going to use is head over to ProfitGuru and go to the Sales Estimator. Now, there are a ton of features that you can use ProfitGuru for completely free. But if you're running a lot of searches, then you're definitely going to want to go with a paid plan because this limits you to 10 searches a month. But ProfitGuru is literally the most affordable software out there when it comes to Amazon sellers. So you can see right here, it's $39 a month for access to the entire software, or $29 a month if you pay annually. So I'm going to want to come right here where it says Sales Estimator. And then next, I'm just going to put that ASIN right in and then search. Now, the reason why I'd rather use ProfitGuru Amazon Sales Estimator versus just counting the drops on a Keepa chart is because the drops aren't accurate. Yes, maybe it can give you the bottom number of sales, but it's not going to be close to the actual number at all. Whereas instead, ProfitGuru, what they do is they get the sales estimation based on the bestseller rank. So an item that is selling a lot per month, it's a really heavy selling item, there's no way that the Keepa chart is going to be able to count those drops effectively. Whereas here, since we're basing it off of the bestseller rank, we're going to be able to get a better estimate of the sales per month. So the sales rank is super good. That's a low rank. And because of that, that tells us that this item is selling really, really well. It's estimated to sell about 1,000 per month. That's a crazy amount. But you can see that there's only one seller. That's because this item does sell so well that the brand issues the IP complaints because they don't want to have to share the profit. So say, for example, that there was 10 sellers on here. So right now you can see what the sellers are making on average. If there were 10 sellers on here instead, you can see that that significantly decreases the sales per seller. So that's why a lot of brands don't want other sellers to be selling their products if they are already in the Amazon catalog themselves. Whereas right now they're making about $1,000 in sales on this one item. If they just share the sales, they'd only be making $100. So I always go in next to the sales estimator so that I can see how many items are selling and then the number of sellers it will divide it between to show me roughly how much each seller will be making. So if this was a good product, then I would then go over to the FBA calculator. Again, paste the ASIN right in and search. I can see again the sales come up, how many estimated sales there are per month, and then here's my calculator. So I could put in the fees to ship to Amazon, about 20 cents per unit, and maybe I was getting this for $3.99, and calculate. Then I could see my profit, my margins, and my return on my investment. So I like to use that multi-tool first just to make sure that there is a profit to be made. But then I like to go into the ProfitGuru sales calculator because it's going to be a lot more accurate. The next piece of software that I have that's also free is Rakuten. So this extension is going to pop up anytime you are going to purchase an item, and it'll show you exactly the cheapest place to buy it from. And I also like to come on Rakuten first when I start sourcing so that I can see where there are really good percentages back of cash back being offered, because it's free money. I'm going to be spending money anyways by sourcing products, so I might as well be signing up for Rakuten anyways and getting money back on the purchases that I was already going to make. The next piece of software that I would definitely recommend for you to get is Inventory Lab. Now, this is going to make it so that it is super easy for you to upload inventory in bulk. And it's only $40 a month to have this. Not only can you upload inventory super easy, but it's also going to give you a lot of data. So you'll have different spreadsheets that you can download so that at the end of the year, when you need to file your taxes, you can easily pull that information from. If you've ever tried to list inventory before in your Seller Central account, it is not very easy to do. All you'll do is come here to New Batch and then start scanning your products, and they'll start listing right here. You'll put in the buy price and then the price that you want to sell it for. It is so fast. The final piece of software that I'd recommend if you're doing the arbitrage model is Tactical Arbitrage. This is going to make it so that you can source through stores online and not have to do it manually. Yes, it's kind of expensive, so I wouldn't recommend this right off the bat for new sellers. The cheapest plan is about $80 per month, but once you get in the groove of things and you're really selling and trying to find more items to sell, this will definitely speed up the process. And they also have different packages that you can choose from. So these would definitely be the different softwares that I would recommend for new sellers that you're going to want to invest in. And a lot of them were actually for free. That's all for this week. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Again, I will have coupon links for you below for any coupons that I have available for any of these softwares. All right, I'll see you next time.